How are you?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're
Hello. I'm
fine.
good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me here today.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry it's been a little bit of an awkward start.
Oh my gosh, no worries. I didn't think of that at all.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm always nervous about that stuff.
Nah.
Well,
You're doing
welcome.
amazing.
Thank you. Welcome to Tea and Tarot, a podcast for candid conversations sparked by tarot and steeped in tea. I'm so happy to have you. Do you have a tarot reading in mind that you would like today while I start to shuffle and whatnot?
Let's see. I don't really have a specific one in mind. I have been feeling a little doubtful about myself. Is there one that caters to that?
Um, we can work off of that. I don't know how we would pose a question exactly. Let me test one of these cards. Are they gonna work? No. Okay, so we're not doing on-screen effects today, but I will be pulling cards, and I can take a picture of the cards for you, Lacel, if you would like to be able to look at your reading later on.
Okie dokie.
Um, we can just kind of roll with that energy. You said that you were feeling like doubtful about yourself, or I'm sorry, what was your word exactly?
Yeah, the word was doubtful. More
Okay.
so about my work, although there is like no evidence about it, I feel like. It's just what
Yeah.
I've been feeling lately.
Yeah. No, that's totally valid. I feel that way all the time. Some months are better than other months in just like feeling better about things.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of this month for me personally was definitely one of those harder months, but now that we're in the last week, I'm like, it's practically June. It's good now. We're happy again.
Glad.
Got here for you. We have the Father of Swords, the Mother of Swords, and the Son of Wands. Very family heavy reading. You know what? This is a interesting combination because the swords are a suit made for decision making. Um, and I mean, having both parental units for it makes me think that you've got a really good head on your shoulders right now, figuring out like what needs to be done because they're both sharp and perceptive and analytical. They're very fair with people. Um, so there's a lot of potential in these ones. During this time, there's just like a lot of good to come out of your decision making. And then I think the helpful piece that comes out of it is the Son of Wands. The Wands being a more creative and emotional suit. Um, the Son of Wands is adventurous and willing to like try new things, needing to trust a lot of instinct and not focusing on perfection. Like making mistakes right now is good.
I
Um,
see.
so I like weaving a story and bringing them all back together is to say like you you don't really have like I guess, quote unquote, bad decisions you can be making. There's room for you to make mistakes that aren't going to end up being detrimental to you. And I think the mistakes might even spark something a little bit more creative within you and help you like refine this love and passion and like confidence in things again.
I really like that. Thank you.
You're so
Wow.
welcome.
Like, that's definitely something I've been needing to hear. You always do this with your taros, I swear.
I'm I don't want to say sorry. You're welcome.
Yeah, you should say you're welcome.
Uh, well, what have you been up to lately? Like, are there particular things weighing you down more than others, or
I think, well, I'm doing cons like every weekend basically, and I have Anime Expo coming up, so I think there's a lot of imposter syndrome weighing on me.
is this your first time doing Anime Expo?
Yeah, it's like the biggest one, right?
Yeah, it is
In
one
the
of the biggest
country.
one in the States.
I didn't think I would get into the convention until maybe like 5 years into doing this. This is
That's
only my
so
second
cool.
year.
That's so
So,
cool.
oh, thank you so much. Yeah. There's like, I'll be in the same artist alley as a bunch of artists I've been following since like middle school. So it's mind blowing to me.
Oh my God, my heart like stopped for you for a second. I guess like that makes me so excited for you on your behalf, but also like, oh, I see the dread now. I
Yeah.
see where the imposter syndrome is
Oh my
coming
God.
from. That's so big.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank you
big,
for the
exciting, but
excitement.
big scary too.
Yes. Very scary. I feel like you said about perfection and making mistakes, I feel like I want to be able to be perfect over
Right.
there.
Uh, well, I think whatever level of perfect you are able to provide is going to be enough. You know, where like the details that you are confident in bringing and always bring and always make people happy with those details, like stick to those staples for sure, and you'll have some room to make some of those improvements that you have maybe had planned, but getting the whole laundry list done in time for Anime Expo might be very hard. So you don't need to worry about every little last detail.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me to hear
Oh.
that.
That actually brings me into a great segue for one of the questions that I prepared.
Okay.
Um where is it? What has been one of your biggest struggles slash annoyances with traveling for cons? Because you're an artist, Ali. You're not just bringing a single suitcase, and you're going all the way from Texas to California. That's a big jump.
Yeah. I usually bring 3 large check-in luggages and then a print bag carry-on and then another small carry-on for my clothes. That's usually what I bring.
You just
Um
bring this little tiny carry-on for your own clothes.
yes, I smushed both mine and Flish's clothes into a vacuum bag and it fits.
Oh, okay. The
For
vacuum bag helps make it make sense. I'm like, you're packing flesh into this one little
yeah.
carry-on too?
Oh my gosh. Yes, him and his clothes. Yes, it's so helpful. But I think the most annoying part is being at the airport.
Yeah.
I used to not mind the airport, but after getting stuck at LAX for 17 hours, I can't stand it anymore.
That's so fair. Is it like your extra luggage makes it harder to get through and everything?
Oh yeah, I'm not the strongest person, and
Hmm.
everything weighs around like 50 pounds.
Oh my God.
So I do what I can.
Yeah.
I need to work out.
Working out can be fun. I like doing the weightlifting stuff, but then my cardio is usually much to be desired.
Oh really? That's like the opposite for me.
Oh, that's so funny. When I was getting ready to go to Disney World in, I think it was March of last year, That's all I practiced before Disney World was cardio. I was like,
Oh,
I'm spending like straight half hours at least every day in the gym walking because I need to be able to walk through Epcot without breaking a sweat.
oh yeah, that's definitely needed for a day at Disney.
Have you gone to both Disney World and Disneyland since you go to California?
Oh yeah, I have, but not during like a convention weekend or traveling for a
Right.
con.
Yeah, that's a lot to fit in.
I did go to Universal after a con though.
I have only been to Disney World because it's here on the East Coast. And just getting to Disney World, I'm like northern East Coast all the way to southmost East Coast.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
that's
a
still a
big
ways to
trip. Getting all
go.
the way to California is hard.
I think it's nice being in Texas because I'm in the middle.
Yeah. Are you a decent distance from the airport where it's not like a huge chore to get to the airport?
It's a 30-minute drive for me.
Oh, that's nice. I think that's about the same for me now, but growing up, it took me like 2 hours to get the most major Boston airport because that's the only one that would like let us save money. There were closer airports, but they were so expensive because barely anyone flew into them.
My gosh, the demand was so low.
Yeah. And it's probably even lower now post-COVID. So I can't imagine trying to fly out of the littler airports nearby.
Dang, 2 hours is so far.
I want to visit Texas again though. I went 1 year for RTX, the Rooster Teeth Expo. I don't know if they still do that anymore.
Oh, I think I know a friend of mine that vended there, I think last year, but I don't know about this year.
It's a different type of con. I remember going into like dealers and artists, and the type of people that are attracted to RTX are very different than most anime cons.
I would assume so.
But it was a really good time, and it was in a really good part in Dallas, and I got to try so much good food. You guys have really good food.
I think so too. I do like Texas for the food.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite, almost like Texas local sort of dish that you like recommend anybody who's being a tourist to come and like eat?
Not in this town that I live in, but in my hometown, there's this Mexican little place that used to be a food truck, but then they ended up building around it, and now they have their own cute little building. It's called Chicho's. Lisa, they
Ooh.
have like tacos, and they have like the best horchata. If you guys like Mexican.
We've been it's been growing on us lately. I didn't like it as a kid. I liked a very limited menu if I went to a Mexican place as a kid. But I'm really starting to like Mexican cuisine more and more. I keep on getting more adventurous and ordering different things off the menu and getting out of my comfort zone. And oh my God, there was a really good place that we went to a few weeks ago, and we want to go back so bad.
And it was Mexican?
Yeah, it's out in Western Massachusetts, so it's a little bit of a drive. It was actually really close to the event I did last weekend. Um, but it was just me and Minna. We couldn't invite any friends to come because the event was kind of announced really last minute, and I kind of dropped everything to go, and everybody else was like, "Oh no, I already have plans." And it's like, "Well, I don't want to go to the Mexican place alone, you guys." Because it was just like so much fun to sit at a table with like 8 friends or something like that the last time we went. It was like a party.
Oh. Yeah, they have the
So,
best chicken.
mm.
To me.
I I like carnitas. That is something that I found that I like adore from Mexican cuisine is carnitas.
The type of meat?
Yeah. So like if it's put into anything, I'll take the risk on it. If they have carnitas pork in it, I will try it.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Do you have a favorite part about selling things in Artist Alley?
Um, I like I like all of it.
You
Well,
like
I
all
like
of it.
I do like interacting with the customers. This is really corny. I feel like this is cliche, but I
I
like
like it.
seeing them be happy about my work and like just gush about it. And when they compliment it and call it cute and then makes them happy, that makes me happy.
Yeah. So you'd say customer reactions is probably like your favorite thing?
Yeah.
You're so cute. It was so good to get to see you at Twitch and be one of those people that got to gush about your art. The little hammy
Oh, oh
board
my
you made
gosh.
of all your little friends.
I want to do that again.
It was very good. It was so cute.
Thank you. Thank you for being part of it.
Yeah, of course. I'm surprised that I sold out and so many other little friends sold out too.
I'm so glad. Everybody love you.
And then you had only one Minna one left over, and Minna gave it to me when it came in the mail.
Oh, for you.
For me. Because I forgot to buy one when I was there. I'm a stinky fiance.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you.
Yeah. I bought too many other friends and I forgot it.
What the heck? And they were right there.
They were right there. But I
Next to
still got
yours.
it. It was fate.
Reserved.
I have to ask, you don't have to share. But do you have any like exciting projects that you've been working on for like new merch or new things for your table?
Oh, I have been.
Yeah.
I recently finished illustrating a fruits basket standee, and then I'm making a more One Piece charm, and then I'm also making a little Hamtaro standee, and I'm also planning a jelly plushie, but that's really, really slow right now.
Yeah, it took you so long to do Cookie.
hmm The process took, I think, let me think, 6 months?
Only 6.
Yeah, I'm surprised, honestly, that cookie didn't take longer.
Because I remember seeing all the different renditions that you were getting, all the different little rejects. It feels like it took longer than 6 months.
Yeah, too long.
How long have you
Oopsie.
already been working on the jelly plush?
I think maybe 3 months, but they haven't even started on the sample yet.
Oh,
Yeah, usually they would get started on the sample right away, but they need me to illustrate more details about the clothes and stuff, which is
okay.
understandable. But for
Right.
cooking, I didn't have to draw finer details for the clothes and everything.
Interesting. Well, I'm so excited to see jelly samples when they start getting made and stuff. That'll
Yeah,
be so exciting.
yay! Thank you.
Yeah. This is a special question that Minna submitted to me while I was trying to get more ideas, and they ask, do you have any convention tea you want to share? Or
Oh
you
my
can
god.
share. You don't have to. I understand like the precariousness of like not wanting to burn bridges or anything, but
Bro, there's so much tea. I know way too much tea. I'm I'm so scared though. I promoted this everywhere. They're gonna see.
you
Everyone's gonna
don't
see
have to then.
after the call.
Okay, okay. Sorry guys. This
I
one's
mean,
for
after the stream.
me. I'll drag Minna into the call.
I'm dead. I mean, what? I mean, maybe there's some other stuff I can say without like being too specific. but it's not as fun.
Yeah. I mean, it could be anywhere from like tea to like certain conventions not handling artists correctly, or just like, oh my gosh, I have seen I not like a ton of it, but like tiny spats that artist neighbors will have sometimes. I was like just trying to look at something at a table and one of the displays started falling over, and it was because another person was like doing something on their side and they started getting a little snippy with each other. I'm like, I'm gonna go now, actually.
Oh no.
No idea who the people were, so I don't have anyone to throw under the bus per se, but I've seen some of the cattiness that can come out of the wrong neighbors being next to each other.
Yeah. Some people can be snooty
Yeah.
and not nice. There are some events I've done in the past where they're not super organized. Artists are an afterthought. They don't
Mm.
market, so there's no foot traffic, or they charge way too high of a table fee when it's their first year.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I've definitely seen that kind of be, unfortunately, a cash grab from certain conventions because they see, oh, well, all of these other conventions are charging these prices for tables, so we can charge that too, but it's like your first, second, maybe third year. Nobody knows this con, so like how are
yeah,
artists expected to make that money back?
they can't justify that.
No. The event I went to last weekend, they didn't even charge for tables. It was kind of like if you had an inn, you had an inn. Um, and it was first come, first serve after that point.
That's nice.
Yeah, but it's a teeny tiny bar. So there really isn't that much space, and it didn't have a ton of foot traffic this time around. I think last year was a little bit busier, but that's because we usually also attract the local idol crowd that like to do the dances and everything. But they had their own separate event in a different part of the state, so I think a good portion of the usual crowd was preoccupied. There were a lot of cool new people that I got
Oh.
to meet.
Oh, I'm glad you were still able to have a good time.
Yeah. I was a little worried because of the other event, but because they were advertising very hard for like a couple of months ahead of time, and then this one decided to be like, "Oh yeah, we want to do an event that weekend," and like gave me maybe 6 weeks heads up, but they didn't announce anything publicly until maybe like 2 weeks before. I
That's
was like,
not enough time.
yeah, so I didn't feel comfortable like telling my friends until maybe like 3 weeks out, where I was like, I know I'm going to this thing and I know it's happening, but like they haven't said anything, so I don't have any info to really give you besides we're gonna be at this bar at this time.
What the?
Yeah. But that was feedback that I gave them. And it was a new coordinator this year. They had somebody else do the last few events, and it sounds like a new staffer at the bar took over. So it was her first time, but I think future events will be better. And I'm excited. She was a very good host while we were there.
Amazing.
Um, I asked about the tea.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite thing that a convention has done for you while tabling? Like, is there anything that a convention has gone out of their way to do to like make your con experience better?
Um, Let me think. Well, what comes to mind is that TwitchCon's table is basically free. They
Really?
Yeah, TwitchCon's Artist Alley, they don't charge a table fee for the artists. Depending on the venue, they would only ask for you to pay insurance, and
Oh.
it is amazing. No other event I know does that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's so cool. Because I know they were charging like sponsors and other people who wanted to buy booth space in the more like main events area. They were charging like an arm and a leg for those spots.
I heard.
So it's incredible that you guys got them for practically free.
They hear us. And that makes me happy.
Yeah. Is insurance an easy thing for you to get? Is that particularly expensive or anything like that?
It's not too difficult. I think usually you can just look up like event insurance, or they'll provide you a specific link and then you just follow through those links. And I don't think I paid more than like 200 for insurance.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. Because I've never done anything big enough where they have charged me something like insurance. But I know that's very commonplace as someone who's worked with like convention staff and stuff.
I think I've only had to buy insurance, I think, 4 times.
Okay,
So it's not too often.
that's not bad. Wow, I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Because I would love to get into the tabling stuff a little bit more, but some conventions, I don't think I'll be able to reason the price for a very long time because I have a heavier focus on more or less networking and putting myself out there and doing tarot readings rather than selling merchandise.
Would you charge for your tarots? Tarot
Yes,
reading?
so I did this same event maybe a year and a half ago because they did it during a different time of year. Um, and I did it for free and I just did tips, like I encouraged tips, and that helped me kind of understand like a good baseline price for charging for my tarot. And I was really scared this time, now that I'm charging, that I would be kind of like discouraging people. But
Mm.
I think I got more readings this time.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think I could last at a smaller con doing tarot readings and make the table money back not too difficult, but um it would definitely be like those smaller shows where if I tried to apply to Anime Boston, I don't know if I would break even. I don't know what their table price is, but I know it's not
Oh.
cheap.
I don't remember, but I don't think it was cheap.
No, it's such a big con and the foot traffic that was in there this year was crazy. I wonder if I can look it up if it's still on the website right now or not. They might have taken it down since it's our off season right now.
Yeah, I hear Anime Boston go crazy. I have yet to win their lottery.
Oh, that makes me so sad. I want you to so bad.
Dang.
This coming year is going to be on Memorial Day weekend. So it's always on Easter weekend, except every fifth year we get Memorial Day. And I
Oh,
think
wow.
that is part of a contract with a bunch of other people, so we kind of share Memorial Day and everybody gets it on their own off year. So because it's just like such a high in demand weekend to have.
Oh, it makes sense. Hopefully that means I would get to go to the other cons that usually happen at the same time too then.
Right. Yeah, because it's always competing with Kawaii Con in Hawaii. And I think Dragon Con in Georgia. If it's not Dragon Con, it's a different one that's in Georgia. It might be
Oh.
Sakura Con.
I believe Dragon Con's usually in September because I
Okay.
went like 3 times for my birthday before.
Okay, then I'm wrong about Dragon Con, but it's one of those major conventions in Georgia.
Oh, I know MomoCon just happened this weekend. Memorial Day.
Yeah, I heard about that. Oh, I found the prices. I don't know if this is dated at all. I don't think it is. But a 6 foot long table is 350. I don't know. Is this? Yeah, this is just Artist Alley. But an 8-foot table is 700. 2 more feet doubles the price, which is
Oh my
insane.
god. That's crazy.
Right. The table that I used last weekend was 4 feet, so I could fit under 6 feet for sure.
Your table setup was so cute.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Definitely got some inspiration from you and like Ava, like other cutesy adjacent people, and just like looking at people's tables evolve over the years from like just being tables that were like covered in flat back pins and like fitting as much stuff onto the table as possible to being something more of an aesthetic choice now. It's kind of really inspiring because it makes it fun to create a table and like reinforce your brand and stuff like that.
Yes. I love that part.
It makes
It's
me
like,
so excited.
mhm. The table, I feel it's an extension of me.
Yeah, your table does a very good job at being an extension of you. It's so pink and pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Try.
I want to get one of those like table runners that you can print your logo and it just flops over the side of the table sort of
Oh
thing.
yeah. I can
Uh
recommend you where I got mine from.
yes, please.
Yes. I can send you the link later. But it's
Okay.
by Ruined Studio or Rewind Studio.
Oh,
I'm not exactly sure how to say it.
interesting.
She made my table runner. She also made my banner at the top.
Awesome. Yeah, I would love to look at their stuff. Because I think that really would have been like a little polishing piece if I could have stuck my logo on like a table runner, because it would have fit with the almost like picnicky cafe theme I was going for.
It definitely gave that.
Yay. Yay, that's the goal. Yes, and we love the jelly cutout, the cookie cutout. Jelly cutout ended up not living too long.
No.
Did it? You had to
I
get
can't
rid of it?
believe the fact that you noticed.
Because they haven't been at cons. Cookie's at all the cons. I wasn't sure.
Because
I keep my cutout behind my desk because after I put it together, I was like, oh, I can't just fold this back down now that I've pasted the thing on the back so it stands up.
yeah.
And she's a struggle to fit in the car, so she's just up against the wall behind my computer, which makes
My
me feel like
gosh.
really self-centered sometimes. But it's the only
Constantly
place she
watching
goes and
you.
doesn't get broken.
Mine was printed by Party City.
Mine was
And
too.
it, oh yeah, because did I send it to
Yeah.
you? Right? Yeah. It
And
was,
you gave me the tip. You were like, if you send a PNG, they're going to make the background black. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm going to put mine on a white background right now.
yeah. Mine had a black background, so I
That's so
hand
dumb.
painted the border. And then it just fell apart after TwitchCon. I was like,
Oh
oh.
no.
Like, the front was kind of torn off on the leg, and I tried to fix it with paint, but it was kind of floppy. Like, it wasn't standing correctly. So I was like, I'm just gonna throw it away, and I'll buy a better one.
Rip jelly cutout.
Yeah, the cookie cutouts that I have, I got him at not clear, cardboardcutoutstandies.com.
I was
And
looking at websites like that and I was like, I can't tell how legit these people are.
that one is super legit. They gave
Okay.
me like this weatherproof one. You can reuse it. It's like super thick.
Ooh. So is that like more or less like printed on like a plastic, like a corrugated plastic instead?
Yeah.
I've seen those. Those look really nice.
It's super nice.
Does Cookie collapse at all? Or does
Hmm.
he have to stay his height?
Yeah, he folds in half.
That's so good.
And then the back is also detachable with Velcro.
Oh, that's so smart. Did you do the Velcro or is that how it came?
Oh, it came with it.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm ordering from this other place as soon as Mana dies. I
What?
think she might have
Oh.
like I think she might have like 2, 3 more car trips in her before
Oh.
her feet get like too wobbly. Because I noticed that I think the way that her shape is kind of like disproportionate with the way that I printed the tails. I think one of the feet ended up like warping a little bit over time of being held up against my wall. So it
Oh
was
no.
really hard to get her to stand up this last weekend.
Maybe it's time.
Yeah. That sounds like a really nice upgrade. Like that's a cutout that's gonna sustain time.
At least yours lasted a lot longer.
Yeah. Considering Jelly only lasted one con.
Yeah, I tried to bring it back for this past TwitchCon, but it was just too ugly. I was embarrassed to put it out. I was like, there's
Oh
no way.
no. That's so unfortunate.
Okay.
Um, would you like any other tarot readings? I can keep on asking questions. I do have a few more, but I tend to like to offer a second reading for the people that I interview to give you like a little bit of a VIP experience since I don't
Whoa.
usually do multiple readings for people on my tarot nights.
Crazy. What themes would you suggest?
Um, the ones that I usually throw out there for people who don't know what they want, I can do like career readings, success readings, relationship, general, um, and things adjacent like that. I'm trying to think of others. I think I have a couple more. Let me see. Oh yeah, week ahead. I could do like the month ahead, stuff like that.
I feel like the one we did earlier kind of already related to my career and success, maybe?
Yeah.
Unless could try specifically? I'm not sure.
Sure, if you wanted to target, I guess I would say success more specifically, because I think when I was reading you, I kind of channeled it more in a career direction.
Okay.
Success and career definitely go a little bit hand in hand, but I think this, a good one.
Cute.
Yeah, of course. I had so much fun reading over the weekend. I've just kind of like been re-inspired to read people, so I'm excited to do my tarot night this June as well.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Oh my god, you got one of my favorite cards. Let's go. Okay.
Oh wait.
So you have the Six of Coins, the Daughter of Swords, and the World. The Six of Coins is one of my favorite cards because it is this symbol of having put in tons of work, like your work is showing, you are blossoming, and you are being rewarded for all of those efforts. It is this like viney tree branch springing up from the ground, and the coins are hanging off of it like a money tree. Um, so it's kind of like a treat yourself card. Like you have been working hard, you are getting what you need and then some, and you need to really enjoy that moment. The Daughter of Swords is a great decision maker. She has lots of choices that she is able to make, and all of them seem to be leading to success, especially with the world card present. Um, the world card is like I could give you a synopsis of what it means, but I really love the excerpt from my book for this one, so I'm just gonna read it off. It says, "The world is the final card in the journey of the major arcana. It signifies completion, harmony, and contentment. It's rare to experience this energy as we are usually consumed by wanting, needing, and achieving. So when this card appears, contemplate for a moment the idea of being whole. Focus on the image of the card, close your eyes, and envision this radiating energy inside of you. What does it feel like? Where is it located? What blocks you from feeling a sense of wholeness each and every day of your life?" So I think it kind of wraps up really nicely in this success reading that like you've come to this point of like completion and in whatever sense that means, where like sure you want to keep going and we can keep on reaching and achieving for more goals, but when you have this moment of completion, it's really good to just sit in it and enjoy it because that moment is so short and we do not appreciate that moment enough.
That's crazy. I swear every time it just brings me to tears.
I'm sorry, but you're welcome.
I see. Like the way that you acknowledge every ounce of effort and work I put into everything. And then that's so
Yeah,
true about the whole success thing.
definitely taking a pic.
Thank
It's a
you.
very good reading.
Thank you for the reading, Lux.
Yeah, of course. You know, thinking about it, I wonder if these sorts of things are about your cookie debut tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it.
Thank you. I just finished the lore video today. I'm really excited for people to see it.
Let's go. People are going to see all the effort you put into it and they're going to like it.
I sure hope so. That's why I do what I do.
Are you excited for tomorrow?
I am, but also nervous.
Yeah. It's
I've been
weird how debuts can give this sense of nervousness because like even if I have like my big full model and everybody knows what that looks like and I debut my pipsqueak and I know everyone's going to love it, but I just still have all of these nerves and I go through it over and over with even the dumbest of models like my fucking pudding model. So
Anyway, people are gonna love it anyway.
yeah, yeah, 100%. People are gonna love it and it's gonna be so good. You're just gonna be a little guy. It's gonna be good. Do you have
I will be.
any surprises up your sleeve for tomorrow? You don't have to like spill all the beans right now, but do you have some surprises you're like excited about?
I guess most of it is just a lore video. Everything that I planned was super last minute. Like my first debut was planned for like 6 months, but this
Right.
I planned I think 1 week into this month.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like thinking, my anniversary is coming up. I feel like I should do something. I
So
literally
you made a model, rigged a model, started a lore video, and who knows what else.
in the span of like 3 weeks, and I did cons every weekend.
Lisa, you're crazy. What
um,
the heck?
maybe I should take it easy sometimes too.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. No wonder all my cards are like, wow, you're doing a really good job. You should treat yourself.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
cards.
You gotta be gentle to yourself too and congratulate yourself for all of
Oh,
your hard work.
thank you. I'll try. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think. I do have. Oh, I didn't plan alerts. New alert sounds. Oh, I think we're getting some. So I'm excited for those.
Very exciting. Minna's working on a lot of stuff like that right now too.
My gosh.
I don't want to make this too much about Minna, but apparently this is Minna's podcast, so I guess I'll spill a little bit. But Minna
I
and
love
I worked
dinner.
really hard on OBS stuff yesterday. If you didn't know,
Oh.
Minna's hard drive on the old computer, or I guess it's the same computer, but the old hard drive in the computer went kaput a few months ago, and we were trying to retrieve files off of it. It didn't go so well. We have a new
Oh.
drive in there and a new boot up. We had to buy new Windows. Thank God we
Oh
know a
man.
Windows guy who got it for us for a discount. But
Ooh.
so it's been a slow rebuild because you get that burn of like, oh no, all of my OBS stuff is gone and now I don't want to touch it. OBS has betrayed me. So it's taken a little while to work ourselves up to remaking everything.
We all got the important files, right?
Yeah, the model files are safe.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, I have a heart attack.
Yeah, I think I had forced Minna to back up all of the model files not too long before because the computer was scaring me. I was like, you really need to like stop putting this off and like being hee hee ha ha thinking that you're being
Oh
cute
my
putting
god.
this off. Like you need
Cinnamon.
to do it. Um and some of them were just be able to be retrieved off of like old file shares from the different
Oh.
riggers and artists and stuff like that, but even that's risky. So I think we still have a little bit of backing up to do, and I can't remember. I did back up their OBS to an extent, but all of the files that it like fetched for, like all of the background files and stuff like that, no longer existed, so it kind of like wasn't worth using that backup at all.
Oh no.
So let this be a lesson, everybody. Please back up your files, your OBS, your Mix It Up, your VTube Studio, all of it. All of it needs to be backed up, and it can't just be backed up on your computer into a different folder. You gotta put it on like a Google Drive or an external drive that you can like carry around and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, I've never thought about backing up my OBS. That's so right.
I haven't done it in a hot minute. I could probably do it again, but I mean, I don't think I would be heartbroken if I had to redo OBS per se, because things are cluttered and I could use some things like a bit of a refresh and stuff like that. But as long as all of the files that I am using currently are safe, that's the important part. But your Stream Deck can be backed up, so you have all of your hotkeys, your Mix It Up. It's very important if you do a lot of automation on there. That's an important backup to do, so it'll remember all of your things. And like how I have daily teas, it'll remember how many teas a person has. Minna lost all of that, so everybody's cinnamon buns are gone. Sorry, spoiler.
Oh no.
We're gonna reset something up, but everybody's bragging rights are gone.
Oh. I will be backing up tonight.
Yes. No, after that happened to Minna, I was like sweating for like the like next 3 days. And I was like, I just gotta back up all my files so I can sleep at night. Jesus. I don't know why it took me 3 days to put myself out of my misery, but
Oh my gosh. 3 days?
Yeah, I watch this happen and I go, oh, I don't need to do it right now. I need to help Minna, which is like valid for like maybe the first day, but girl, back up your files too. It's okay.
Do that.
Yeah. So I keep all of my models under lock and key on my Google Drive, and I think I have most of them copied onto my phone at this point too, so I can use the mobile VTube Studio. And the files aren't really any different, so that's a good way to back them up too if you have the spare storage on your phones. Because then
I
that's
have
almost like
like
a external hard drive.
I got no storage anywhere.
I paid for pretty good storage on my phone, but I also pay for Apple Cloud or whatever they call it, iCloud storage. It's like, I was paying for the 99-cent one for a little while because I had too many photos, and then I still had too many photos, so I had to upgrade, and I think I pay like $3 a month. But that's fine.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Especially compared to like what Google Drive will try and charge you monthly or Dropbox and stuff like that.
Oh wait, yours is not monthly?
Mine is monthly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I know a lot of places will charge like $5 to $10 per month for storage, I think. I guess it
Hmm.
depends on the storage amount. Wonder how much I'm paying for right now. I think it might be a terabyte though, for only $3. I don't know how to check that. Oh,
Oh
yes, I do. It's in the
wow.
iTunes store somewhere. It's in here somewhere.
1 terabyte for 3?
I think so. I guess let me look it up on their website. That'll be easier.
I was looking
But,
at Google today. It was $10 a month for 2 terabytes.
ooh, that's not too bad for 2 terabytes. Oh, I guess I'm only paying for 200 gigabytes. But it is also $10 for 2 teras. So they have a competitive price with Google.
Um, I might get it because I'm at like 98% full.
Oh my. Yeah. I just have a bunch of different Google accounts for different things, so I haven't maxed out on any of them.
Oh, you could do that too. But
Yeah,
then you gotta log
essentially.
in and then you gotta switch.
Yeah, but I haven't maxed out on any of them separately. Like, I have one for all of my cosplay stuff, so I have a lot of extra photography stuff in there. And then I have one from like high school that I have a lot of my old high school documents on. And then, of course, I have my VTubing one. So I'm not like sending weird emails to people to send me business inquiries and stuff like that. And I still have plenty of space on that one too. I think I'm maybe halfway through it, but not too bad for not paying anything right now.
Oh, that's another option.
Yeah. Just make another account, game the system.
You're right. Cause all my business and my VTubing and everything is all in just one email.
Yeah, business and VTubing is starting to lump together quite a bit for me, but I don't have too many like printing files, and I also for like storing all of my high resolution photos of commissions I've gotten and stuff like that. So just like personal things where I'm not like printing them. I mean, I keep track of which ones I have commercial rates over and stuff like that. But I use Toy House because they don't have a storage limit.
Oh wow. And it's all high quality still?
Yeah, there is like a max, so that I have needed to scale down like two commissions. Two commissions were like a little bit too high. So I didn't even need to squash it that much. But just about everything else is within their limits, and I have over 300 photos in this character folder
Oh
of
my
mine.
gosh! So many!
Yeah. That's because I keep like, oh, this one's got the background and this one's transparent and this one has the watermark on it, so I have all
Oh
of my
yeah.
versions in here and everything.
That's funny.
I love it though. It keeps it very organized. And
Mm.
I put comments under all of them where like this one that I have from Surge, it says like a doodle, it was a gift, so I didn't pay for it, and I'm allowed to use it for stream related things. And then this one that I used for an MV, I say like, oh, this is for the wildcard image 2, it's worth this much, and it includes MV commercial use. So I don't have merchandising for it, but I can use it commercially, like digitally online.
Oh, okay.
So I love putting all of those little notes so I don't have to like remember if I have commercial rights to something or not. And sometimes
Yeah.
if I don't buy them right away, I'll be like, oh, I can buy commercial rights for like $50 if I go back to this person, sort of thing.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't have to worry about that too much. You make a lot of your own art.
That's true. But notes are still nice.
Yeah.
I've only used Toy House like once.
I used it for like a couple of OCs for a little while, and then I was like, why am I not doing this for my VTuber? She's essentially an OC. She can be on here.
Mm.
And I like that you have a lot of control over the watermarks and stuff like that. So if strangers are viewing your character, you can have like it watermarked to holy hell so people can't steal stuff from you.
Like through the website?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
So there
wow.
is like a default watermark that it'll use, and that's what I have on right now because I haven't bothered to change it, but there is a setting somewhere where you can set your own watermark. And you can set it to just be like centered, or you can have it tile so it's like literally all over your image. And that's what I do because I'm like so scared of people stealing my high resolution images.
Oh yeah.
But they also have fancy links in here where like if you want to share it and have like a special link for your commissioner, you can give them access with no watermarks on it. So they can like see
Oh,
your high resolution images with no obstructions.
that's neat.
I love it. Toy House, I feel like, has thought of everything. Before VGen, I used to keep track in like my description, like if I had any pending commissions. 'Cause for a little while I had so many things being worked on for debut, and it was like I can't remember everybody I should be following up with. Am I going to like have somebody stand me up and I just forget that I spent $50 on something? I don't know.
Oh
So I started keeping
no.
track of it there, but VGen has made everything so much easier.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, I'm yapping about myself a lot right now.
No, it's okay. I don't mind. I get nervous when I talk too much. So this is nice.
You don't have to worry about that. This is supposed to be our personal yap session. I've
Ah.
admittedly run out of questions for you. Where are you going?
Oh no, we're I'm back. Maybe another tarot? Tarot?
Sure, if you want another one.
Um,
I could do
what's
just
my
a
month
general.
ahead?
What?
What's my month ahead?
Okay, month ahead. God, there's a little yappy dog outside right now. I think somebody's just let it out on their porch. It's like screaming at the top of its
Oh
lungs
no.
right now. I love this. Love living here.
You yap back.
It's funny because my building isn't allowed dogs, but the building across the street does. So I get to hear their dog.
What the?
Your month ahead. Okay. These are pretty good cards. We have the Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Swords. So, the Three of Wands shows like this window of opportunity that you have that seems very, very promising. Again, wands being like a creative, emotional endeavor, sort of suit. And the Ace of Wands is like a new beginning. You are going to be able to flourish in this new environment or project. Um, and it looks like there's just a lot of trust in the process that needs to happen because the Six of Swords is a little gloomier, but is just kind of like you've got a lot of thoughts to sort out, or decisions might not be like things that you should make too quickly. There's a lot of thinking and sorting to do in order to untangle your thoughts and come to a clear decision, because it does seem to be right there, like just outside of your grasp right now. There's just a little bit more homework to do.
I do be feeling like I got thoughts to sort out. Too many.
Don't we all?
The cards know. They know everything.
I like to think that they do. I got a lot of compliments for my readings at the event last weekend, and it's always really humbling, and I don't know how to take those compliments. Because I do just be a silly guy looking at cards going, I think, and I hope for the best.
You're
And
such a
then there's
cheer.
all you guys being like, oh my god, you're seeing into my soul, cut it out. I'm like, me, 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 me.
Like, how is that even possible? And I swear, I'm not, it's not even like a placebo type thing. Pretty sure. Like, that's just how it be.
I mean, you guys be telling me so often that it doesn't feel like a placebo thing or people just like being nice to me anymore. It felt like that at first.
No, it's creepy.
Thank
That's how good you are.
you.
Yeah. Like, I would even test it by listening to the other readings that you do for other people, and I try to, like, relate it to myself, and I'm like, no. That's
Interesting.
not. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I guess kind of. I've never really. I guess I have done that in other people's streams before. I used to watch quite a few tarot streamers before I started doing it myself. And that's how I kind of like got the inspiration to do it on stream, because I didn't realize that was like something I could do through stream.
Mm-hmm.
And then looking at their redeems, helping me figure out how I can like turn them into redeems too, because some people were just like charging money, and I'm like, I can't do that yet. I can't just charge people money. But how do I take people's tarot without just like everybody shouting at me in chat and then I pick one?
Redeems are great for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you do a really great job with how you handle everything
I
and how you
try.
host tarot nights.
I try really hard. Because I have definitely had some readings from people where they haven't been like necessarily inaccurate, but they almost feel like uncaring, and those readings have felt like gross and I don't like them. So I try really hard to make it as enjoyable as possible. Where I try to relate to people and I try to like let people know that like scary news doesn't have to be so scary and stuff like that. Like we
Hmm.
have the power to like change things and make things our own. We just have to like know what we're looking out for and like listen to the warnings that we're being given and sort of those sorts of things.
I see. I think that's perfect for that.
Yeah. Well, I'm so excited for all of the standee work that you are working on right now. Like the standee that I have up on the wall here. Your little jelly one.
Oh yeah. Some people be buying that. They're like, "Can I have the Toru standee?"
Oh, that's so funny. The Toru with the little sprout on her head.
Yeah, and all bandaged up. And with a little hamster. I mean, they could probably assume, I guess, that that's Yuki. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
I don't say anything. I'm just like, okay.
The Toru that's like pretty stylized and quirky.
I wonder if they ever take a closer look at it at home and go, what? What is this?
You know, that makes me wonder if they do too, because I did buy this like little jewelry holder once, and
Oh,
while I was at the con, I was so convinced, and I don't know if this is just like one of those blip in the matrix sort of moments, but I was like so convinced that this resin sword on the top of it was Inuyasha's sword. But after I looked at it like 3 days later on my nightstand, I was like, that ain't a sword. What the fuck is this? Is this something from like Demon Slayer? What is this?
I so want to see what it looks like.
I'll have to send you a picture, but it was very convincing, and I think it might mostly be like the colors of resin for the box and stuff underneath it that made me read Inuyasha, but it's fucking not. I kind of
Interesting.
feel embarrassed looking at it sometimes, but it's still really pretty.
And you asked for it by calling it the Inuyasha?
I don't think I did. But I do think I pulled over Minna and I was like, oh, look at this one, it's Inuyasha's. I just didn't fucking get
Oh
corrected.
no! Mina didn't know either.
Minna doesn't has consumed Inuyasha a little bit, but not to the extent of like really getting into it, I don't think, from what I understand. Minna doesn't like love triangles.
Oh.
So that it kind of surprises me how much they enjoy Fruits Basket because it's very I feel like it's very similar in terms of how the love triangle is handled in Fruits Basket versus Inuyasha, just different setting, different people, but handled
I
similarly where you're kind of like
see.
frustratingly sitting on the edge of your seat because of this triangle.
That's funny. I don't consider Fruits Basket a love triangle. That's just because I feel like in my
Yeah,
heart
yeah,
I already
yeah,
knew.
because your choice won.
Leave me alone! Kikyo? What is Kikyo?
Kikyo is part of Inuyasha's love triangle, so he lives really, really long being this demon dog. And so one of his past lovers was Kikyo, but she gets like reanimated from somebody's like evil magic at some point. So even though he started falling in love with Kagome, who is Kikyo's reincarnation from the future, Kikyo in this like old time that she has time traveled back to gets reanimated and now there's a love
Mm,
triangle between the three of them.
I might have gotten a little lost there.
Yeah, it's not the easiest one to follow, because there's like two love triangles too. So there's the one with Inuyasha having two girls that he's conflicted between, and then there's Kagome, where I guess you could kind of consider Moroku part of this weird trapezoid that she might get dragged into, but it's mostly Inuyasha and Koga who is part of this different clan, and so there's just a lot going on relationship-wise for Inuyasha, and I guess now that I talk about it, I am understanding why Minna didn't get into it and could get into Fruits Basket.
I didn't know it was romance.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of romance. There's definitely like a little bit of that shonen where there's like monsters to defeat all the time sort of thing, but I feel like there's such an emphasis on the romance that it doesn't feel too much shonen. It's like pretending to be a
Oh,
shonen, but it's kind of like secretly a shoujo without being a magical girl. They're magical in separate ways without their transformations.
I
It's weird.
see. I wasn't allowed to watch Inuyasha because my parents said it was demonic.
Well, I mean, I guess they're not wrong technically. There were lots of demons in it. It's an
I guess I can watch it now.
isekai, yeah, because Kagome lives in a shrine in her present time, which is more or less our present time. It's getting a little dated now, but our present time, she lives on this shrine land, falls into one of the like closed off wells, the whatever was protecting the top of it so nobody would fall in, like didn't hold anymore. She falls in and she teleports to the past where this well was in the past. She crawls out of the same well but in the past. And there's no shrine there yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of layers to Inuyasha.
I'm learning.
We have the demon slaying aspect, we got romance in there, we got isekai, a little bit of everything. And
Just
it's like
a
over 100
combo on
episodes
her.
long.
How many?
Over 100?
Oh, that's not too bad. I
Oh,
mean, I'm
that's right, you're a One Piece person. That's not too bad.
yeah.
Let me see how many Inuyasha episodes. Okay, Google, in your AI answers, 26 is not the answer. The first series
What
ran for
the?
167 episodes, and it had at least 4 movies, if I recall correctly, if not 5. And now there's the like spin-off with their children, which is like somewhat disappointing.
Oh,
It's
Fruits
like
Basket has the same thing.
Hmm?
Oh, Fruits Basket has a spin-off with their children too. I never gotten into it though.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
I never got it. I didn't know it existed.
Oh yeah.
What the heck? Now I'm
I
curious.
forgot what it was called though.
Minna and I still need to finish the Fruits Basket remake. We had to take a long pause from it because it was just too emotionally draining. We were crying like every episode. We were
Oh
like,
my
we need a
God.
break right now.
It be like that literally every episode.
Every episode. It was exhausting. I was like, this is so beautiful and more like the manga and it's making me cry a lot, but it's
Yeah.
nothing like the old anime. Like, the old anime was not this exhausting.
Yeah. It was not.
For good and bad at the same time. It's a blessing and a curse. There we go.
I love Fruits Basket.
I love Fruits Basket too. I did pick up the Fruits Basket like spin-off manga. I think it's called Fruits Basket New or something like that. But it's of Toru's mom's life. Oh, Fruits Basket
Oh.
Another. That's
Oh
what
yeah.
that one is.
Oh wait.
I
Toru's
think I
mom?
have volumes 1, 2, and 4. I just need number 3. And then I have it all. I'm pretty sure it's her mom.
Oh, I thought it was her
Uh,
children.
written by... Launched a sequel manga. Tell me more about it.
Because I know they came out with a movie for the mother's life.
Uh, oh, it's like an OVA. I need to watch that too. Oh. I'm going to stop reading in order to not get spoiled, but from this
Oh,
one not spoiler um sentence I read, it focuses on a brand new character called Sawa Mitoma. And I'm not reading any further, but I think she might be linked with her mother to some extent, because I think her mother's on one of the covers. I could be wrong though,
oh.
because I haven't read it yet, but I own it.
No more
Most of it.
reading.
No
No more
more.
spoilers.
Minna's really bad about that. Minna will read spoilers all the time, and I'm like, I told you not to Google that.
I I I see One Piece spoilers on Twitter and YouTube all the time.
Oh no.
One time I saw a spoiler, and then it was about the literal next episode I was gonna see.
No, that's so devastating. It's like you
I
couldn't
know,
just keep your mouth shut for a second. I'm gonna
like,
watch that episode later.
yeah, maybe one day later I would have gotten it.
Oh, that's so sad.
So sad.
We have
Sad
been
days.
binging Bridgerton, and Minna keeps on getting spoiled. I'm like, you gotta stop Googling stuff.
Oh my gosh! Well, you're gonna get spoiled if you Google stuff.
Well, Minna, I'm trying to think of the question that they had. Oh, in the first season, there's this scene where the Duke and Lady Danbury have this conversation and talk about how their people, quote unquote, uh, weren't always loved and accepted into this high society. And Minna was convinced that they were talking about their people as in being like lower class. They were able to rise up into upper class somehow. And I was like, I think that was actually a conversation about them being black and being accepted into society. Because Bridgerton does a really good job of like people not acknowledging race in their potential romances and courtships that they're going through and stuff like that. So it really could be either, but somehow Minna read a spoiler in the process of trying to clarify that, because I guess the answer to that question somehow correlated to a scene in season 3 and somebody's explanation of it. And
Oh
we just started season 3.
no! That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Minna just has to stop. Because I think she did it while we were watching Follow as well.
Oh
Like, this thing
no!
is brand new. Everybody's talking about it, and we're trying to watch it so we don't get spoiled. Stop Googling things.
No internet. No
But
phones.
they did also play some of the Fallout games, so they kind of knew some things that I didn't know going into it. Um, so they were like confident that they weren't going to get any spoilers beyond what they already knew from their experience, yet they did.
Makes sense. I mean, yeah. Played the game.
But the series doesn't seem to really directly rip off of a game. The concept of Fallout is really interesting. Have you looked into it at all?
Um, I only know that I think it takes place after the world is ending.
Yeah, more or less. So the timeline is like this weird hybrid between like maybe this takes place in the 50s, but like these people have robot butlers. So you've got like old school TVs with these like intelligent robots being like caregivers for your young children and stuff like that. So you don't really know where to place it on the timeline. And everybody's dressed like they're in the 50s sort of thing. But they end up having a nuclear bomb dropped, so everybody retreats into their bunkers. Some people aren't able to, and so you get to see the lives of people who did make it into the bunkers, people who didn't, what kind of repercussions that had, and I can't remember what the point of this was, but there is like over 100 of these commercial bunkers where there's a big company that dictates over them, and so Minna's seen certain numbered bunkers, like say 31 and 25
Mm.
from these games, but the ones that are introduced in the TV series, I don't believe have a game. So there's a really cool twist that gets revealed towards the end, so I won't reveal it. That like lets you put together like, oh, this is really complicated. All of the bunkers are special in their own way. So that's how Minna got spoiled, because she found the special thing out about these bunkers when they shouldn't have.
Oh wow.
Because
Well,
they
let's just
knew
piecing
special
things
other
together.
ones. Yeah. This has
Big
just turned
knowledge.
into a yap session of like pop media that we are enjoying. I love it though.
Yes. That sounds really interesting though.
It was fun. I'm not sure how much you would like it. You are this little cute hamster guy, and we love you, but then you also surprise me and you're like, I love playing Valorant. And I'm like,
Hey, I
you
only
play
play like
shooters?
once every 6 months.
But still, there's a little bit of duality to you there where it's like, I would have, with my full chest, if I didn't know you played Valorant, I would have been like, this isn't your sort of thing. But because you do enjoy Valorant to an extent, it's not a gory shooter, but it is still like something that takes like a little bit of an edgier spirit to enjoy, I feel like.
I
So,
feel like it's one of the lesser scary FPS games.
you think so? That's how I feel about Fortnite.
Oh yeah, that too.
Fortnite, I just get to be a silly guy and dance and shoot
You do
sometimes.
dance. That's so funny. It always comes to a shock to people when I tell them I used to have a Deadpool phase in high school.
Oh my god. No, if you had a Deadpool phase, then you might like um Fallout. I did have to look away for certain scenes because I don't do gore very well, but that didn't detract from my experience with it at all. And I could like guess most of the time when it was okay to look, but Minna did help me. Minna doesn't mind that stuff. Minna loves watching like medical shows and like see a
Oh
person's
no.
guts like all out there and in
No.
the open as they're like doing a procedure, and I can't. I
I
cannot.
I always gotta cover my eyes with the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, with my hands. Not the screen. You can't do
I knew what you meant. It's fine.
that. From the screen.
Yeah. And I can't do needles. If people show needles, then I have to look away.
Too scary. Too pointy.
Yeah. Are you scared of needles?
I don't think I'm as scared as maybe other people that say they're scared of needles. Like, if I'm getting a vaccine, it's fine. I'm not freaking out. I just close my eyes and look away, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm similar. I don't like looking at them. As long as I can look away, I'm fine. So I've had doctors where they'll like take the needle out and I like look away kind
Yeah.
of abruptly, and they're like, "Are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna faint on me?" I'm like, "No, I'm fine. I'm not a fainter or anything. I just can't look at it."
Yeah, I think the trick is just don't think about it too much, and
Yeah.
then you won't be afraid. At least
That's
for
how I
me.
handle it anyways. But needles
Can't
come out
see it?
quite a bit in
Mm.
Fallout, and that was a little
Oh,
hard to get over because they have almost like steroid injections to like recover from certain wounds and stuff like that so they don't get radiation poisoning and stuff like that.
I see.
Yeah. It just makes me my skin crawl like even just talking about them. I'm like rubbing my arm and I'm like
Oh
it's okay.
no! There's no needles here! You're
No.
safe!
I get like phantom pains where I can like feel where needles have been before to like
Oh my
take my
gosh.
blood or have an IV and stuff like that.
Oh my. I hate getting my blood drawn.
It's the worst because
Yeah.
they can't use like the little tiny needles for vaccines. They have to use a big one so the blood actually comes out. I
And
hate
then
it.
they take so long!
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And then you gotta look away too, because so much is leaving your body.
Oh my god.
Sorry, y'all. Needle
Oh,
warning. Am I allowed one more reading?
sure.
Okay. I usually don't like to redeem relationship because I feel like that airs out my business. But our anniversary is coming up in like 1 week.
That's so
So,
exciting.
yeah, 7 years.
7. Oh my goodness. That's a big year.
Hmm.
I feel like a lot of people say if you can last 7 years, you can last forever.
I heard
I don't
that
know, there's
too.
something magic about the number 7 where it's like if you could deal with a person this long, then you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah. I remember my brother was telling me the same thing. He was like, yeah, if you can pass 6 and 7, then.
You're golden.
Mm-hmm.
Minna and I just hit. Oh no, we're about to hit. At the end of June, we'll hit 5 years.
Wait, that's soon!
Mm-hmm. When is your anniversary, if you don't mind sharing?
That's third.
That's so funny. Minna's birthday is the 4th.
June?
Yeah. Back to back exciting days.
Oh my gosh. Happy early birthday, Miniman. I hope y'all have fun celebrating.
Yeah, we have some exciting plans going on. Exciting plans that Minna doesn't know anything about yet.
Oh, are they in here?
Oh,
Shh.
probably. They know that plans are happening because they keep on like getting glimpses of my phone and going, "Who are you talking to?" I'm like, "None of your business." And then they'll see who I'm talking to, but not what we're talking about. And then they call them up and they're like, "What are you guys talking about?" I'm like, "They're
Oh
not going
my
to tell you either."
gosh.
And
Oh
everybody's
my
just
word.
been yelling at Minna to cut it out.
Oh my gosh. Our Miniman, I'd be like, y'all are keeping secrets from me?
No, Minna very much knows that it has to do with birthday stuff.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Imena knows that we're going to do some sort of surprise, not this Saturday because they want to do a comeback stream on that day, but the Saturday after because they started to plan it and then they were like, "Oh, but I'm too scared to like ask people to take time for me and just my birthday. My birthday's not that important and people would be like traveling for me. This is too much. I can't ask people to do that." I'm like, "Shut up. These people want to come. They've already like agreed to come. Let me plan things so you don't feel guilty doing it. I'm planning it." So we're putting
Exactly.
together some plans and some schemes, and Minna doesn't know about them for the sake of their anxiety.
Oh, Miniman, people love you. You're loved. Accept it.
Yeah, accept it.
Or else.
I have your relationship reading. We
Okay.
have the 8 of coins, the 3 of coins, and the father of coins, which
All
is
coins?
yeah. The coins are usually for like material wealth sort of thing. The suit of worldly possessions. The pentacles often seek to issues involving our home, money, or career. They reflect upon our generosity and greed. Pentacles are ruled by the earth element. When they appear in a reading, it means to focus on the material things. Which is really interesting for a relationship reading.
That is interesting.
But another one of my favorites is in here because the Eight of Coins is um this picture of like a spider across their web, but they have taken like a lot of time to work on that and put all the little detail into it, and like all of their hard work paying off here. So I definitely see the relationship that you have being a very strong one, one that has had a lot of care and thought put into it. But the Three of Pentacles is also insisting that you have a lot ahead of you still. You still have like a mountain of work to take care of and work through. But then you also have the Father of Pentacles looking out for you in this very reassuring way. The Father of Pentacles is um, very calm and even-tempered. He's very passionate and stable. So I don't think there's like too much to worry about because you've got this really stable footing. Um, very diligent at what the two of you work on together. It's just like keeping that mindset, staying diligent, about like communicating with one another, expressing new needs, and whatever might come your way for asking for help or anything, because there is stuff to like continue working on. But I don't think you have too much to worry about while you are working on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'm so glad to hear it. I love it when I get to see little readings like that of my friends. I'm like, oh, you're doing so good. It also feels like I don't have to worry about my friends so much when the cards tell me stuff like that.
Aw.
I'm like, oh, my friends are good. I have good
Oh, that's
friends.
so nice. Thank you so much for that. That is very reassuring.
Yeah, of
I do feel
course.
very secure, so the cards are like, yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Cards go, yeah, bestie, you know. You know what's up. And
I like
sometimes that can
it.
be annoying when I do tarot readings for myself, especially with this deck. They'll be like, bitch, you know the answer. It's fine. Just do the thing. I was like, oh, fine. I was hoping you would tell me something different.
Like, this is not what I wanted to hear.
Exactly.
But you
It can be
needed to
tough love
hear it.
sometimes. Yeah.
Mm.
But I think we can wrap up here unless you had any other little things that you want to talk about before we wrap up.
But thank you so much for letting me be here and asking me questions
Yeah,
and
of
just having
course.
me.
Yeah, where can everybody follow you?
You can find me here on Twitch at Lacelria, and I'm the same name everywhere else. Twitter and Instagram.
Hell yeah. Twitter and Instagram are your most active ones right now?
Mostly Instagram.
Okay.
I
That's
tried
so
Twitter.
fair. Twitter's hard.
Yeah. I used to be
Uh,
on there more than Instagram until,
yeah. Instagram's kind of the place to be right now though. It's getting nicer over there.
I like it. All my friends are there.
Yeah. And typically, following up that, I would ask like, do you have anything that you want to plug and like promote and I think I know what that is, and it's your little silly guy debut tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. Thank you so much for letting me share that. I
Yeah, of
am
course.
debuting a new live 2D model, and it's gonna be of my hamster mascot. His name is Cookie, and we'll be debuting him, and it'll be part of my 2-year debut anniversary. So it'll be a celebration donathon as well. Yippee!
It's so exciting.
It's gonna be
And
so fun.
if you're listening to the podcast on YouTube or Spotify at this point, I'm sorry, but it already happened. You could probably check out the VOD though. Check out Jelly's VOD.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be a good time. I hope I can drop by. What
I
time
would
are you
love to see
starting?
anyone there. I'm starting at 2 p.m. Central Time, so I think that is 3 p.m. Eastern for
Eastern. I'm
you?
pretty sure, yes. I think you're correct.
Okay.
So,
I know it's a
probably
weird
right around the
day,
time I
like
get out of
Wednesday.
work. I'll have to remember to turn on my computer right away when I get home.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
amazing and wonderful and sweet and so cool.
no, you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
Have a good night.
Good night. Bye, everyone.